Welcome. Hello. Yes. Sir, I asked them to come down, and that's it. I can't yell more than once. Yes. The small one is for Justin. How many plates are there? Is it by the sink? Hello? By the sink is Justin's. Just. Hello? Yeah. Hey.
Hello.
Just what's for? Well, let's see what's going on.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Abel. Abel. Abel, we know you're listening.
Hold on, give me 1 second. What happened to everybody?
I don't know. I'm thinking of calling it. I think everybody's showering.
Probably. Because, well, we just got back probably an hour ago.
Yeah, Justin's on the phone as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, his thing keeps saying it's connecting to audio. Up to you.
Well, Josh and Justin are coming on soon.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm just waiting for Vino to come on.
I am on.
So, yeah.
Now's your time to talk.
Okay, so
What's in your mind? Go ahead.
So once everyone's hop on this Zoom call.
When they hop on?
Like when they done showering?
Yeah. Should they take the phones in the shower?
No.
All right, that's enough. Good night.
So what do you think of Carmelo coming back on to the Knicks?
He's coming back?
Yeah.
Who said?
I just saw an article about Melo's coming back.
No. You're storytelling.
Am I storytelling?
And that's a picture of that article.
Huh?
Send us a picture of the article.
It's on Sisbo.
Where?
No, it's not.
Wait, someone like Christian told me he sent the
No. Oh.
Wait, actually Mike Woodson.
Mike Woodson is Carmelo?
No. Do you think he will come back? Mike Woodson?
I have no idea.
What do you like about Mike Woodson?
He used to be the head coach since like over the years.
Yeah, but what do you like about him?
He had like what's his name?
A bald head?
No, that was Jason Kidd.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
That's not the only player. More players than that.
Jason Kidd.
LeBron James.
No, he wasn't on the Knicks.
He's bald.
He was on the Heat.
He's bald.
No.
Jason Kidd was on the Knicks?
Yep.
Yeah.
What years?
2012 or 2013?
Coaching?
No. He was actually that he was over the overlap with Carmelo.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You look different, John.
Thanks, man.
You trimmed your beard?
Yeah.
How was it?
Feels,
Alvin and the gorilla just joined us. They're connecting audio now. Alvin should be on.
What a squad.
Yeah, we're getting there. Alvin muted, and then JoJo's connecting. Justin's on a phone call. Josh is shaving.
Josh is shaving?
That's what he told me.
Josh is shaving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should probably just take 30 seconds or so.
Hey, the baby's up?
No, she's sleeping.
Oh, yeah. She's early to bed, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you have a good, solid stretch.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. 1, 2. We'll wait for Justin and Josh, and then we're good.
Can I turn my the video?
Oh gosh.
What are you going to show us?
Wait, let me
Oh my
Is it
goodness.
work? Is it safe?
Yeah.
And what are you going to show us?
Wait, hold up. Give me 1 second.
Abel, did you read your book?
Yep.
What was it about?
It was the Magic School Bus.
Seriously?
American School Bus?
Yeah.
What do you mean? There's a book on it?
Magic
Yeah.
School Bus.
Riding on the school bus.
I feel like you're lying, Abel.
No, it's a chapter book. It was
What
like
what adventure did they go?
like the Arnold's stomach and stuff.
Okay.
They went on a tornado one adventure.
Tomato in Arnold's stomach?
No,
Tornado.
Oh,
tornado amusement
What?
park. Yeah.
Medicine Park? I didn't hear you.
Okay.
Hey, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Chris. Me? How was the park?
Great.
So I have a
was,
question. Wait, I have a question for you, Chris.
What's up, Alvin?
What's up, Chris?
Yeah, what's your question?
So, Christian, how did you get under the gate where the golf course was?
Great
How'd I get
question.
under it? I just got under it.
You just crawled underneath it?
Bro,
Oh,
I don't think the park is officially opened.
That used to be the volleyball court.
no,
right?
it isn't.
It's not right.
No.
Yeah, it's gonna close in a couple of weeks when someone snitches or something.
I think when there's a surplus of people that come there, like today, it's gonna happen soon.
We got a full house. We got Josh now. We just got Josh. He's connecting. Christian, Alvin, myself. Got who else? John, Label. Oh, that's pretty good. And the gorilla, yeah.
Waiting on Justin, right?
And then waiting on Justin, who was on a phone call.
I thought Justin was here.
No.
No. He's in the room, but he's on a call.
Gotcha.
He's in the room, but he's not in the room.
He's in the building.
In the patio.
So, April, why is that your background?
I like it.
You look like you're getting a tan, Abel.
You're my champion.
Sharon is not here, bro. You gotta call him. Tell him to come on.
Me?
Yeah.
Who's connecting right
now? Justin.
Wait, how you invite?
You don't. Just call Jeremy.
Wait, hang up?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll be like in 30 minutes or so on here.
30 minutes.
What?
Yeah. I'll be here like 5 minutes or so.
What?
Yeah, I had to call Jeremy.
Why? No. Don't call him. Don't call him.
Wait.
Why? Who asked you to call him?
John.
I'll send him the link now.
No, but he's not going to join. I'm sure he already knows about it.
All right. So Abel's going to convince him?
So Abel can harass him.
All right. Go ahead, Abel.
Should I leave this and come back on?
Yeah.
Well, don't leave the room. Just go and do it on another phone.
Wait, can I do this more than once?
What?
Can I do this more than once?
No, just message him on WhatsApp.
Yeah, that works too.
Just make a WhatsApp group with Jeremy.
No. We're not going to start that again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
John.
Oh, hey, Josh.
Hey, do you recommend ice packs? Just like buying ice packs? Or just bags of ice? Oh, okay.
Why don't you just take a Ziploc bag for water?
Yeah. Why do you need an ice pack? You can just put ice in a Ziploc bag.
I don't know. Keep wasting plastic bag.
I mean, you're wasting more money.
Okay, so why don't you put it in a reusable bag then?
I don't think we have those.
Vino.
Just a plastic
or
bag.
you can save the
No,
money.
the bag is always
money
leak.
Yeah.
Put a tissue on it.
I said to Jeremy, are you coming to the Zoom
Just your
meeting?
water once it's wet.
Or just use like frozen vegetables.
Maybe.
What happened to your ankle? What happened to your ankle, Josh?
Nothing.
You got crossed over
You got crossed over by who?
by Shane.
Oh. So, are you sore, Josh?
No.
Wait. Josh.
What?
If you're not sore, why do you need ice?
Oh,
Oh,
great points.
So, Josh, what is a dismiscus?
Meniscus?
Damascus?
Why are you asking me?
huh?
Who's
Why are you
that?
asking me?
Did you stretch your dismiscus? Stretching dismiscus.
What is he called? Binghamton again?
Binghamton. Binghamton.
Abel, where are you?
What?
Is Jeremy coming?
No response yet.
Oh my
What a
goodness.
guy.
Call him out, dude.
His
We'll call
status
him out.
says, you know what his status says?
What does it say? What does it say?
Sleeping.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
No,
Abel,
he always has that up. He always has that up. That's
Abel,
like
are
his
you in
permanent-
San Francisco?
Yeah.
No, that's Valley Stream South.
Oh,
No.
that's
No, that's-
Sewanaka.
No, that's San Francisco. That's where Josh went.
What'd you say it was?
How do you know that, bro?
What
Remember
the
you got
heck?
me the maple syrup bottle?
That was from
From San
Canada, not
Francisco?
San Francisco.
You bought maple syrup from San Francisco?
That's the best
No,
place.
that was-
That's the best place to make it in the country.
No. When I went to
On the
Canada,
North
I brought
American
it.
continent.
No.
You never heard of San Francisco maple syrup?
When I went to Canada, I brought him back a maple syrup. I didn't bring him. No, I didn't bring him back anything from San Francisco.
Josh, did you steal some? You had a lot of them. Oh,
Did I
who's
do what?
breathing? Someone's getting excited about this maple syrup.
Wait, what did you ask me?
No, you guys brought back a lot of them. Did you steal any?
Yeah.
No, I just brought back one little bottle for Abel.
No, I think you and Jacob were smuggling them into the country.
I can see Jacob doing that.
100%.
Bro,
Jaden's
Jacob was stealing forks from conventions.
What? When was this?
Jacob is a
And then
unique.
what was he doing? Selling him at the meeting?
We told him what was he doing because he was bringing it to our dorms. I think he put it back.
That's actually pretty good that you saved them and then you sell them in youth camp.
Mm.
Josh.
Yes.
No, not Josh. I'm John.
Josh.
Jonathan.
Yes.
Josh.
Jonathan.
Josh.
That was
Yes.
Wendy's.
Oh,
I didn't go to
Wendy's,
Wendy's.
Yeah.
Wendy's has the free chicken sandwich today.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the
Oh,
occasion?
dang.
For what?
I don't know.
They're gonna change his name. They're gonna change your name soon.
I don't know. Yeah. I think Wendy's, the pigtails remind people of the South.
Wow.
So, yeah, she's going to go to a more demure ponytail.
Oh,
now.
God.
The Dixie Chicks are now the chicks.
The chicks.
Really?
Yeah, but now the feminist movement is saying, why are you just the chicks? So now they have no name.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. Imagine that. The guy started complaining.
Wouldn't be surprised.
The music ride?
What?
The music ride you said, Jojo?
What?
You said a music ride?
Music?
Music ride?
Music ride?
Music riser?
Yeah.
Music rising.
No,
What's
it's a
that?
music rider.
Oh, writing. Like
Yeah.
music writing?
Yeah.
Are you making
Nah.
peanut butter and jelly sandwich, Jojo?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I
good.
love that.
Jojo and his
Love
It's the
sandwiches.
best.
Oh,
I love
is,
PB&J.
is that a honey? Is
Best.
that honey peanut butter?
Nah, it's just well,
Regular?
it's backwards.
Natural.
Yeah,
Natural.
natural.
Oh, wow.
Creamy.
You're not putting any jelly on it?
Oh
What
yeah,
jelly
of
do you
course.
use?
Grape. Grape is the best.
Bro, you should have it toasted. So much
I
Is
have
it
it toasted,
Welch's? Is
Yeah,
it
You ever
this
put a
one.
Muslim?
banana on it?
No, I'm not a fan of banana and peanut butter.
What?
Yeah.
Try it.
I'll have it with smoothies,
Can I
but
turn on the video?
You ever put mangoes on it?
Huh?
peanut butter?
What?
Yeah.
I put strawberries on top of the
Mangoes.
peanut butter.
That's good.
Kiwi's
Strawberries
another good
and-
one.
I like
Bro,
strawberries.
you're playing right
Oh, I
now.
make really good blueberry syrup.
Some nice. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yep.
They're on a
Secret.
date. They're on a video date.
Cool. Who's
Sharon
that?
and Alvin. Now they're off. Now they're off the date.
Hey guys, Sharon said I have to go home.
Oh man.
So sorry, bye.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Not say that.
Bye, Sharon. Bye. Good night.
Bye,
Good night.
Sharon.
Oh, they're muted.
Oh, something big is going
Oh,
down.
But Jojo, that sandwich is really good.
Hey, Sharon.
Really want peanut butter and jelly now.
I put extra peanut butter and a little less jelly. That's how I
Yeah, I
like it.
always do that.
So when is this meeting over?
It's getting started, bro. Sharon, we need some conversation starters, all right?
no, we have that. Sharon, you can leave.
Wow.
Oh, you can't hear.
Oh, he. Thank God she didn't hear it.
Oh, good.
You can leave.
Okay, I was just admiring you all.
No.
No.
You have to read the question. You got to read the question.
Oh.
Alvin, share the question.
I told her that was part of the thing. I'll let you on the group if you answer the question.
Oh.
Sharon, you have to have a nursing. You have to have a nursing question. You have to have a nursing answer.
A nursing answer? I have I think a school answer. Is this the one that you told me about? The question?
Yes. Yeah. Whichever you want. Can we grade Abel's behavior for thus far? We have to do this in increments.
Can we also grade Josh without his shirt?
Josh is muted. Where is he?
Abel's been doing a good job thus far. I'm really impressed.
You see now, Josh. Josh is not on the screen anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look what you did, John.
We
Oh,
lost
man.
him, and we
We
lost
lost
Sharon
him.
too. Sharon's gone. Oh, there she. Okay.
He's waiting for. He's gonna.
We're
show
just
me-
waiting for one more person. And I invited Michelle, and she's thinking about it. Yeah.
See, Josh, you put on a shirt right now.
Nah, he's still out.
Oh man. Where's Jeremy? Man.
Can you say the question out loud?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Can you hold a second?
Yeah.
It makes
All right.
no sense.
What?
Sorry, I was talking to somebody else. My mom.
Oh.
Somebody. He's like in a hotel somewhere. Huh?
That's
Somebody.
crazy.
Okay.
Is Jacob coming?
Yeah, I thought Jacob's coming too. Sharon, you could listen to it and you can think on it if you want. Provide
It's about 5 hours.
Provide a
Oh,
story
sorry.
where. Hello.
Nice.
Sorry.
Nice.
Provide what? Provide a story where you primarily or indirectly experienced something that profoundly changed your perspective on life, experienced something extremely funny, and yielded a great personal learning lesson. Please provide it in story format and allow for us to have follow-up questions. You could think on it.
We can, so it has to include all those aspects. It has to be something funny also.
No, either or all of it if you want.
Okay.
You can think on it. So indirectly it counts too. Is Jacob coming?
I have you guys won't judge me, right? Whatever stays in this box.
No.
We got you.
Okay, so you let me know when you're ready to hear it.
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay. So I will be speaking on number 1 and 2.
Wait, I want to
So
read
the
that.
First thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's profoundly changed my perspective on life. I think,
And yielded a great personal learning lesson, right?
No,
yes. Well, yes.
no, that was funny, right?
No, actually, that's a separate story.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it did yield
Okay. All right,
valuable.
guys. Let's hold for questions and comments. We'll wait till the end. Go ahead, Sharon.
So I was like pretty decent in school. Like I didn't study much, but then I got into college, and I think just the workload overwhelmed me so much that I failed out of my program, and I was devastated because I've never failed at anything in my life. I was so devastated, and you could tell my parents were really disappointed in me. But like now, after like working and stuff, and I'm like, man, it just taught me to work better. My work ethic was better. I like learned to like prioritize my time and like, you know, budget my time for like academics and socially and stuff. So I think I learned a lot out of that failure, more than if I would have just passed the program. So I think in life, failure is necessary to make you grow. That
Wow.
is my life lesson. And
Nice.
don't worry about like culture and like parents. Like it is one thing you want to kind of finish and get out of school and stuff, but one failure in life won't hinder you as long as you just keep going, I think.
Mm. So do you wanna say the second one, or do you want to follow up with questions for this?
You can do follow-up questions for this if anybody has it. I think it's pretty straightforward.
Anybody?
I will take questions.
Did you pass on what you learned to your siblings?
Yes, I did. It's so
Wow.
hard because, like, I think, you know, my parents still want the best and want them to, like, hurry up and finish. And it's really easy to compare to other kids who are the same age. Like, hey, they finished, why aren't you finished? Or, like, they're doing this now, why aren't you doing this? So I tell them, hey, listen, I only got out of school at 25, 24. And, you know, like, life is still okay. And I turned out okay, I think.
You did.
So, you know, you just got to learn from your experiences.
All right. So here's a little bit more technical question. That semester that you failed, I don't know whether it was like a build up to it, or was it that semester itself?
I think, so I like failed a course.
So basically what I'm saying is, what class did you completely hated to go to, and why?
I don't think it was I hated to go to it. I think I just felt like I could coast without putting in the effort.
Wow.
And I only realized very late in the semester, like, wow, I should have studied.
Wow.
I have 2 questions.
Hearing this coming from you, I'm actually surprised. Obviously I remember, but as the way you're recounting it now, I'm surprised that you would even do that.
I would even do it.
I thought you were studious.
No, I was not. I had to learn. It was hard.
Wow.
I'm not a studious like person. I don't like to study, but that was hard. It was a hard lesson for me to learn, and like then I had to teach myself how to study.
How long did it take you to like recover from your failure?
Oh man, oh that was tough, Jojo. I think I was like, you could probably say I was depressed for like a year. And then I kept doing classes, but it wasn't really what I wanted to do. I just took like regular classes. And then I had to motivate myself to say, hey, listen, like I want to finish this program. You have to get it yourself. Nobody's going to make you do it. Nobody's going to encourage you. You have to do it yourself. And, you know, sometimes like I felt like a failure because my parents were like really sad, you know, for me. So they're not going to, for them, it was like, hey, listen, if you can't do it, then don't do it. Do something else. And that just like crushed me because I was like, man, I really want to do this. Like nobody's really, you know, motivated.
You know what I think is unfair about parents assessing? We can't see their grades.
Yes.
That's really unfair.
Right.
Like they better be scholars if they're going to be providing this sort of advice.
Exactly. Yeah. So, you know, you kind of have to sometimes motivate yourself. And I think that's very hard, but it's
So how did you end up motivating yourself?
I mean, because I knew like, hey, there's no other path that I want in life. So should I just settle for like a mediocre?
Chai Karda?
Well, Chaya Karda is like a dream of mine, so don't knock it.
I would love that.
I mean, if I can just chime in, I think that the real push that really made her study was the impending marriage to me. That really.
Yep. I was just about to say it. I was just
No,
about to
you
say
know
it.
what?
I got you, Alvin.
I have to say, no. I know you're joking. I think the irritation of hearing her parents would do it enough. On top of the ambitious, like wanting to be a nurse.
Right.
I think those two things.
Was there someone to help you go through that period of time? Were you upset, or did you just have to do it through yourself?
I did ask for a lot of prayer from my ministers, but I basically had to do it myself. I remember telling my family, like my cousins, hey, like we used to meet up all the time, and I was like, hey, listen, like I have to like pursue my dream. I won't be seeing you guys for the next 2 years. And that was really hard because I knew I had to cut out like a little bit of my social life in order to study. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten it done.
Oh, man.
Wow.
It was hard. It was really hard. I have to say, like encouraging yourself and with nobody on your side and like your future up in the air is really, it's a tough thing, but I appreciate it more now.
All right. Any follow-ups, questions for Sharon? All right. So Sharon, if you want to go on the next one, or the next person can go to keep it fresh. Whoever wants to go. Sharon, you feel like talking again or no?
I'll just get my story out of the way, I guess.
All right.
So I used to work in the library. It was one of my favorite jobs.
All right. Here it comes. This is going to be funny, right?
Oh my God. I don't know why I do the stuff I do. So upstairs in the children's section, I was just like putting away books, and the librarian there, she's a little bit like heavy set, so she's very nice, and she like ended up talking to me that day, and then she was like, hey, like Sharon, how are you? And I was like, oh, I'm good, and we were just talking, and we ended up on the subject of talking about, I don't know, her husband or something. So she was like, yeah, my husband like mentions that like, oh, I'm a little overweight. And I don't know why I said what I said, but I said, well, sometimes husbands are right.
Oh, damn.
And then to make it worse, everyone was silent, and then I walked away, and I didn't even like follow up with anything because I was so embarrassed. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, but I mean, you didn't say it from a bad place, right? You were just.
No, I just don't know. Like that just wasn't meant to come out of my mouth. I didn't mean to say that. I just don't know why it came out.
You just had to break the silence, right?
Oh my gosh, I'm really bad in silences. I say the wrong things.
Oh, it's a library, right? John, you said it. Break the silence.
Really bad, guys. So.
Wow, that's pretty good.
All right, guys. Any follow-ups? My first thing is anybody else?
I got nothing.
I actually have something. Did you end up talking to her after, or did you?
Was she invited to the wedding?
So she wasn't invited to the wedding, and I did just very briefly hi and bye. I tried to minimize my interaction with her.
Oh.
Is she still at that library?
I believe she is.
Wow.
Is she still overweight?
Well, last time I looked, that was like 4 years ago, she was.
Hmm. Well, that's more like because you were young, right?
I was like 23.
Oh, wow. That was recent.
Yeah. That's bad, guys.
All right.
Worthy enough to answer question 2?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a personal experience. It can be no right or wrong.
Yeah.
That's funny. Any files for Sharon? All right. And who wants to go next?
Oh wait, Abel Thomas is raising his hand
Abel, go ahead, Abel.
in San Francisco.
Sharon, Abel wants to ask you a question. Go ahead, Abel.
Go ahead, Abel.
Abel, you're muted. Yeah.
Abel,
So-
this better be real.
I did not know Sharon used to work at the library.
Yes, I did Abel for I think 5 years, and it was one of the best jobs I ever did.
Really?
I loved it.
You look like a librarian, right?
There was
Library
a lot of
science.
drama, like more than should be for a library.
You still go back to that library?
I haven't been back actually since I quit, so which is sad. They're down the street from me, so maybe.
Oh,
Anybody
wow.
here want? Anybody here outside of Alvin want to take a guess who replaced Sharon, or who Sharon trained?
This is nepotism hard at work, guys.
Yep. This is how it works, guys. This is the way. This is how you work hard in life.
Working at the library.
Anybody? Any guesses?
Is it? Give me a hint. Girl, guy,
Girl.
girl.
None of the cousins in here can say it either. Obviously, that gave it away.
I don't know. My only guess is Jenny right now.
No.
Girl. Elise?
Oh, it's a silent library.
Yeah.
Christine John.
What?
Christine
Yep.
John.
Wow.
Christine
Yeah.
John. She chose to hyphenate.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, that's a little factoid, right? Doesn't it make the story more interesting?
Yeah.
Can I give you one more factoid? There is somebody in this group who asked me for the job, but I couldn't give it to him for legit reasons.
Josh.
That's Josh.
Yeah.
Of course, it's Josh. Always wanting something.
He didn't,
He's
live
muted.
in, he didn't live in the district, so I couldn't. You have to
Oh.
live in this district to work in the library.
Oh, I don't know.
Why did I forget
no.
Christine? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. All right, thanks, Sharon. Anybody who's up next?
For a laughable moment.
Whichever of the three, or a combination.
I have a laughable moment. But I need Josh and
And
Christian too.
recent. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's recent. It was during a Sunday meeting, right? And Robert, he
Wait, hold on 1 second. Jeremy's waiting in the waiting room.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Good catch.
Wow.
Abel, you've been able.
I was muted this whole time.
Nice.
What?
Oh,
Nice.
You were talking?
yeah.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Christian,
do we
you can help
miss?
me with this story.
Screw this, bro. I don't even want to be in this call anymore.
Oh.
Wow. Chillax, man.
That's amazing.
Chillax.
How do I get to the waiting room? Can you tell him to do it again?
No, you should see that he's trying to get in.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
saw. Yeah, hold on, let me see. All right, there you go. Okay, got it. Guys,
Finally.
let's welcome Jeremy John.
Sharon, me.
Yo. Adding audio now.
Sharon, me.
Me here.
All right, so Sharon, you're gonna have to go through the whole thing again.
Hello.
Sharon?
Hello.
Really?
No.
No.
I'm just kidding. All right, Jody,
I
go
have
ahead.
to go through it again.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
Chris, do you remember the one day like where Robert was swinging his headphones during the meeting?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, so during during the message, Robert was swinging his headphones, right? And then Josh let out this laugh like I've never heard of it in my life before. And all of us started dying in the middle of the message. It was completely silent, so everyone can hear us. That was my funniest moment.
That was not the funniest, Joe.
Wow.
Well, I have
You
a funny
definitely had
story.
better.
That's
All
my
right,
most
Definitely had
recent one.
better.
All right, let's just rank these stories right now. Between Sharon and JoJo, who's number one?
Bentley?
Yeah, except for Sharon. I'm trying to think of more funny moments.
Bentley's
Yeah, I
over.
was
Bentley, you want,
I would say Alvin.
Bentley, you want to be on the call?
Vice Bangs and Chris.
Us.
Oh. Javi.
Hold on.
Dang, he told us to hold on.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Abel, you have any good stories?
Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
So
Tell
we
us.
went to. So can talk about the went to diner.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Diner.
I remember everyone's order. So let me start.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
So Jeremy ordered a Canadian bacon.
I did not.
Nice.
Already the story is not right.
No.
Okay, no. You know what, Jeremy? Everybody, let's hold. Let's go through
Really?
Abel's version of what was everybody ordered. Okay, go ahead.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Abel. Finish your thoughts.
Then I forgot. Jeremy asked me.
Hey, just go through the orders.
Georgia had golden waffles, right?
I don't think so. I don't think I ordered waffles.
I'm pretty sure I ordered waffles.
Yeah.
Guys, let him get out his version, and then we could all deny it after. Go ahead.
And Jacob was like,
Oh gosh.
"The syrup is terrible here."
Wait, what?
What'd you say?
Jacob said the soup was terrible here.
Syrup.
Why did Jacob get soup for breakfast?
Syrup.
Syrup.
Oh, syrup.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That was Jacob's order.
Does that complete the order?
That was Caleb's.
You know what? This story's messed up from the beginning.
It derailed really fast.
I think Caleb had like golden pancakes. I think that's what he had.
Jeremy frazzled him like crazy.
Sorry.
All I remember is what happened at the court.
The
The corner?
At the court.
court.
The corner of the court.
As soon as Jacob gets on the court, he goes, and then it's all out of him. All his pancakes are on the floor.
Ugh.
No, he had Belgian waffles.
And Jeremy was like,
Dang, Jeremy, you don't even remember the order?
That was Abel's version of the story, my bad.
"Yeah, do you know what you ate, Abel?"
What?
Abel?
Abel?
You said that.
Why are you talking to yourself in the third person?
No, Jeremy.
Hmm?
You remember he said, "Do you know what you ate?"
Jeremy, do you remember
Yeah,
Abel's
what?
order? Oh.
Wait, what?
Caleb had pancakes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had waffles.
Remember you kept saying I put
It
syrup
took a
all over
long time,
Caleb's?
right?
I think I had a
Jeremy.
burger for breakfast.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to conclude the story.
Jeremy.
We're gonna have to
that was
conclude
already-
this big time. Is there any follow-ups to this?
Can
All
this
right,
be
none.
my funny story?
What do you mean?
Why would it be your funny story?
We have
Wasn't
another
even
funny
there,
story.
bro.
Because I was here to watch it all happen right now.
Oh, this right,
Here
right
to
now.
Wow.
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 Sorry,
Can you just go upstairs and backhand him for me?
And back what up?
Backhand him. quick one, you know?
Yeah, when he comes down.
This
Or
was
just
2
give him a hug.
minutes.
Either or.
All right, anybody else? Any questions for Abel?
Me, I have another funny story.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
So we went to youth meeting.
I knew
right?
it.
Oh, I know this story.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, let him. Guys, this is not commentary time. Let him get it out.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, he was
Go
dying
ahead.
of laughter. It's too late. You lost him.
Hey, Joe, no commentary. Let him tell the story.
Shut up, you're
Jeremy,
talking
no
too.
commentary.
Yeah, Chris, no commentating.
So there was this visitor came to Brooklyn Revival.
Oh gosh.
Not revival. Youth meeting. So he greeted Joe. The visitor greeted George.
He hated JoJo?
No, he greeted.
What?
He greeted, like shook my
Okay.
hand.
And then? What happened
He said-
next?
He asked what our
Wait,
names
Abel's
was.
pausing for suspense.
And the visitor called me Gabriel.
Okay. I don't think everyone knows the context. So the guy
Yeah.
came up to us and asked for our names and shook our hands. And then, so Abel told his name. Abel told the guy's name was Abel, obviously. Then when he was saying bye, he said bye to each one of us, and he called Abel Gabriel. And Abel never forgot.
Wow.
Abel is hysterical about that.
See,
story.
I don't think that's. I think like when you think of an outsider, like I think everybody would like the story about Abel and Best Buy. Remember?
Oh my gosh! Nah, I wish I was there.
Does Sharon know that
No,
story?
it was Staples, not Best Buy.
Okay,
I know that
Staples.
story.
Staples.
I
Yeah,
think-
that changes
All right,
everything.
let's hear Abel's version of that story.
I think that's a teachable moment too. So both a teachable and a laughable moment.
Abel, tell that
Alvin, did
story.
you hear about the story?
Abel, go ahead. Sharon hasn't heard the story. Abel,
Yeah.
were you at Staples?
What happened to Staples?
So there was this guy at the copy machine.
Okay.
Continue.
Is that the end of the story?
So
It's
he was
suspense, bro. He's
printing.
trying to build it up.
So he was printing like a worksheet.
Why does that matter?
Pause for suspense. I see what you're doing, Abel. This is a good
Yeah,
story.
he's
I like it.
giving details to the story. Go ahead, Abel. Finish. Then what?
So I kept on saying nice jacket and stuff.
Nice jacket.
Yeah.
And you said it.
And then?
About,
I said over and over and over again.
And then?
And the guy goes, do you have a problem?
And then what did you do?
I think D might apologize for Abel.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that part.
I want to know what Abel Abrams thought on stuff.
Nah,
He was there
Abel
too,
got
right?
mad at me and Josh.
I want to
I
hear
don't
it. I
know
want to
why.
hear what he thinks. Was Jeremy there?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, I would have scolded Jeremy.
Yeah.
Wait, what did Abel tell you guys?
No, he thought we were just like condoning it. Abel was crazy that day, bro. I think he finished all the peppermint creamer at church.
Oh, is that?
Oh, he was making his famous hot chocolate, right, or something.
And his sister Chris asked who finished it, and no one said anything.
Abel was quiet.
That was a brand new creamer bottle, right? He finished the whole thing
Yeah,
in one day.
probably.
Yeah.
He poured half of it to make one cup.
What the?
All right, guys. Abel, you wanna conclude with anything, or you wanna add anything?
The heck?
Sorry, I was
Who
howling
was
at Chester.
howling?
Chester's there?
Abel.
Yes.
Abel.
Oh, it's like
Special
a
guest.
Jeremy howling.
Jeremy, how was Trader Joe's?
Whoa.
Robin?
What'd you say?
Abel.
Yeah.
Abel.
I see
You're breaking up,
Justin.
Vinod.
I see Justin. Justin's sitting on
story
the
out
game.
with anything else? Or?
Oh, that
Yeah,
sounds
no one else can see it.
horrible.
Vinod, you're
Vino,
breaking
you're
up.
cutting.
All right, Abel, do you want to close out?
Oh.
Wait,
Yeah.
I have one more funny quote from Abel. This is
Yeah.
kind of recent.
You said
Bleach Easy asked Abel if he was a girl, and then Abel said, "I'm not a girl, I'm a female."
That was pretty funny.
when was this?
This was
You
on
were
a call.
there.
What?
Oh, Chester just zoomed out of the photo.
Is
Yeah,
that
I put ice
Chester?
on my leg and then just smelling it now.
Chester's there?
Yeah, they what's it called? Tomorrow's Evelyn's bachelorette thingy.
Oh, wow. Can I see him?
Wow, you're supposed to keep that a secret, bro.
I mean,
That's
Evelyn's not
crazy.
here.
The girls in this
Yes,
group.
sir.
Seriously.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Chester,
I think he
I have a
chooses
video.
not to look at you.
is he a puppy or
No,
He's an
he's
Australian
7.5.
Shepherd.
he's what?
An
7.5.
Australian Shepherd.
Russian
Abel.
Shepherd?
Abel, Abel, mute. Abel, mute. Mute.
A Russian Shepherd?
He's
Never heard of
7.5, and he's an Australian Shepherd.
Well, how old is he though?
7.5.
Oh.
Yo, who said Russian Shepherd?
I think Abel said
Abel.
Russian Shepherd.
What the heck is a
He-
Russian Shepherd?
He's that
Listen.
quiet though?
Come from Russia?
Yeah, he's quiet at night, I guess. He's sleepy.
Oh.
He hates
Hold on,
Jesus.
dog.
Is he staying with you?
He likes sleeping under my bed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pillow chips?
Yeah.
Oh, he's cute.
He's so calm. He's better than this calm.
Oh, he's such a good dog, man.
Because there's a bunch of alphas in this chat right now.
Yeah, me. I'm the
He
top,
respects the
bro.
alpha. No, he looks
Number
away
one.
good to talk. I don't know about that.
Number one, bro. Because you're
All right, guys.
touching me.
Anybody else? Any stories?
There's been too many stories. I'm sure
No.
there's been a funny one. I just can't remember. There's been a lot of incidences in the group chat. Saysville. Yeah.
I mean, Josh getting kicked out of Broadway is pretty memorable.
You got kicked out? Oh,
Remember?
yeah, that's funny.
Like,
That's funny.
him getting into a fight with the owner.
Yeah,
Good times.
that was good.
I thought Jacob was joining this call. What happened?
You guys want to hear a urban legend from my workplace?
Sure.
Yes.
Of
So
course.
this actually is still unconfirmed, but it's been floating around. So the story goes like this. I actually spoke to one person who was a former detective, and he's
I have a
working for
question
my
for
place
you.
now.
Shh. What's floating
I
around?
want to hear. I want to hear.
Abel?
Yeah.
Well, no commentary.
All right, we'll wait. We'll wait on Abel. All right. So I asked this guy for kind of like tips, operational tips. So he told me that one time when he was a detective, he was very young, and he went with a senior detective, and they were doing a surveillance. So they're doing a surveillance in this New York City subway system, and they were over a men's bathroom. Did anybody hear the story before?
No.
So they were over a men's bathroom, and they got reports of a male doing weird things in the bathroom. They didn't know what it was. So they were looking down into this bathroom as men were coming in using the bathroom. So they 3 or 4 hours went by, and this guy, well-dressed guy, he looked like he was Wall Street, cufflinks, nice suit, slicked hair, everything. He looked dressed to the nines. He looked perfect. Walked in the bathroom with a brown paper bag, walks over to the urinal, like the stand-up men's urinal, takes out 2 slices of white bread from the bag, wipes the urinal clean, makes a sandwich, and eats
Oh,
it.
yeah. I've heard this one.
I don't want to.
That's a true story.
The rumor is it's true. This was the weirdo, and they actually ran down and they arrested him on the spot.
Oh, what did they arrest him for? Yeah.
I mean, there's something about indecency and just like doing stuff like that in public, like lewd act.
Yeah.
Oh, disgusting.
It
He did
reminded me when
afterwards?
Jojo took
I
out the
have an
bread for the
incident.
peanut butter.
Oh,
That's just nasty.
God. Come on, Vinod.
Sorry.
I have a
Peanut
bathroom
butter.
incident.
That's a good one.
You know, that's just nasty.
That's a story that I'll never forget. You can understand why.
I have a bathroom incident from today.
Right now?
Gosh, he's
You want to go to a doctor or?
Jojo, may I share?
sure. It's not really a big deal.
Wait,
That's
so
all right, so
anybody have any questions? All right,
Wait.
thanks. Go ahead.
Just like why?
Go ahead, Josh.
all right, so when we got to the park, I had to use the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom and Jojo had to Jojo had to use it too, so he came with me. So after we finished doing our business, he just walked out of the bathroom without washing his hands. I had to tell him to come back and wash his hands.
Bro, wait. Well, let me
Oh, so
defend
now it makes
myself.
the 2 people in the church
Let me
that do
defend
that.
myself. No, I don't do that. I never do that. Never
Jojo,
do
this
that.
is the wrong time for all these kind of nonsense.
I never do that.
Bro.
First of all, I don't want to touch that little thing.
Whoa. You're getting aggressive right now.
No, I'm not getting
Deep breath.
aggressive.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath.
Is that your story, Josh? Is this a life-turning story, like
Yeah, it's
perspective
a
change?
life-turning story, yeah. Yes.
I was surprised. I was surprised.
I mean, Josh is a known germaphobe, so his outlook on JoJo may completely change. So,
Is this before we
how
played
their
basketball or
chemistry is.
after we played basketball?
before.
The chemistry is wild.
Oh my! I dapped you up.
I wash my hands.
I touched the basketball. Oh my goodness.
Where's that ball now?
In my trunk.
Nice.
Oh.
I wash my hands. Just see if you're wondering.
Anybody else? Alvin, John, the older guys?
Me.
Oh, go ahead.
Before you
Me?
start, I just want to say thank you for inviting me to the group. I'm gonna probably head out for the night. I'd like to be invited again if it's allowed.
Every Friday.
Of course.
Every Friday at 10:30.
What an honor. Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Alvin, John,
What to share?
any points to share?
What about Jacob throwing the underwear into Bentley's stall?
Wow. Is it turn someone's perspective around or?
So,
I
Vino, I
think
have a
so.
funny story too.
Oh,
There's been
where did you
multiple
come from? You're
incidences
quiet.
of Jacob.
I have
How do
a
I
funny
mute?
story.
How do I mute
Yeah.
on my side? From my side.
Yeah, I have
Make
a
me
Jacob,
make me host now, dude.
I have a convention Jacob bathroom story.
Vino, I have a
Wait,
funny
didn't
story. May I share?
No.
Go ahead. We're waiting.
Okay, so Jacob's tie was on the church's roof.
That was a convention.
No, that was at church.
Anniversary.
Yeah, I think it's anniversary.
Who said it was a convention?
April.
No, I
That's a
didn't
good
say
story.
convention.
You said convention.
No,
I said
Jeremy
I
said
have a
convention.
convention story.
Oh, you have a convention.
Jacob bathroom story.
Okay. Continue,
This is
April.
you told a story.
Oh, listen.
Yeah.
I heard a story how Jacob was like naked in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's my story.
Oh, that's your story?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It was pretty scarred. Not gonna lie.
Bro, that happened to me at youth camp.
With Jacob?
But I think no, not with Jacob, but some kid.
Oh gosh.
But I don't know why you would do that when you're in the dorm with other. But he had a problem, I think. But still,
Oh,
like he was with his grandpa.
Oh, I know.
All right, guys. Anybody else? Anybody else want to add anything?
What a funny story.
Whatever was written in that piece, what I wrote down, the
Oh,
question.
shoot, I have to,
There
I
was
have to
more
look at
than
it.
funny stories on there.
Look at it. Yielded a great personal lesson. Okay.
John, you don't have any doing security work?
But I've had a moment where a random lady has driven through the gate of where I worked. Literally, it's probably 10 minutes before I'm trying, or no, 2 minutes before I'm trying to leave, because I was off duty. The other security guard had come, and we were just switching places now at this point. Packed all my gear, and I was getting ready to walk to the car. As I'm walking down the driveway, I see another car coming. So the way they were coming to, I was like, okay, they're not slowing down. Let me move to the side, meaning on the grass pretty much, and off the road. And they didn't slow down at all. I'm pretty sure they saw me, but they didn't slow down at all. So thankfully, I moved out of the way. But they went right through the door, the gate, sorry, and basically, thankfully they didn't go into the second gate, because I don't know what we would have done if that were to happen either. But regardless, they went through the first gate, turned around, and went back the same way they came in. I don't know what that was about. We got their license plate, but basically when I looked at who it was that ran through it, it was a old lady wearing glasses, didn't even slow down even when I got them on the roundabout. But yeah, got their license plate, called the cops, did the right stuff in that manner. That's the craziest incident that's happened to me in a while.
Anybody have any follow-ups, questions?
And yes, I have a question for Jonathan.
Yeah.
So why did it make you feel like we were like nervous about the lady passing through the gate?
I wasn't that nervous. I just analyzed the situation and thought about what could be done. So quickly had to make the decision to get their license plate number.
So you took a picture of the license plate?
No, I had to memorize it on the spot.
Like really really fast. We get to memorize the license plate.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to how you memorize the orders.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Wait, so she broke the thing?
She broke the gate. Yep.
Which gate?
Wait, so then how'd you figure it out the next day? Like, they fix it the next day?
No, it takes some time to prepare it, obviously, but where I worked, it wasn't that like crazy. Not that insane. It was like people that knew who lived in there, and yeah, it wasn't that trafficy. Not much traffic going in and out. Yeah.
All right. So what do the cops do eventually, though?
So I never heard anything because the guard that relieved me called him.
Oh, got it.
I didn't really hear back from what he had said. We both reported it on the book that we were supposed to write it on. But aside from that, I don't think he even ever got a follow-up on what happened to the lady. Because we do know, like, we were still there waiting for the cop to come. And then after the cop got our report, he just left and said, we'll go find her and whatnot. But I do think they were under the influence. And it's crazy because they were probably in their 50s or 60s.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody have any other questions for John?
Yes, another question.
Go ahead, Abel.
How long was this?
How long? You mean how long ago?
Yeah.
Probably 2 years now.
Until now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't work the security job anymore.
I didn't know you work for the security job. I did not know you worked for the security job.
Yeah, man.
He works everywhere. He has a taser, Abel.
What's a taser?
He wants to tase Josh just so badly, but he can't.
I thought Josh said a laser.
Yeah, he has a laser too.
It's a laser you could use in space.
Like
Space laser taser.
What is this? It's like a type of spaceship.
Yeah, ask John. He has one in his room.
All right, John. So, John, you have anything else? Any other stories or anything to add to that one?
Nah, I mean, as of now, I'm just waiting to listen to everyone's, and then I'll ante up.
Okay. All right, Alvin. Can you help retrack all of this?
I have to go.
All right.
I have to go to bed now. It's past my bedtime.
Okay.
Good night, Abel.
Talk to you guys later.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Good talk.
You too. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Because one of the experiences I learned would be how a person could act differently, like in well, let me rephrase this: how someone can act a certain way around people, but be so different inside. I guess.
Wait, repeat that?
Like how someone can be like very, I wouldn't say spiritual, but like they act differently. Like you never know what's going on inside of a person shoes. Like you know that phrase. You don't know what a person is going through unless you take a mile in their shoes or something like that.
Walk a mile in their shoes, yeah.
Yeah. So like, so I guess not an experience, but I guess now seeing all these ministers leave, like you see how like in person, like when you talk to them, they would act like nothing was wrong, everything was going great. But now that you see that them leaving, something must have gone down when they were in the ministry, you know. So they were acting a certain way to us, I guess, believers.
Who is this?
No, I'm saying people in general. Like, I guess an example would be, I forgot his name. Wow, Brother Timothy. Yeah, I wouldn't say I was close to him, but I've talked to him a lot of times. I didn't really think anything was, going on the inside, like his relationship with others or anything like that.
What happened to him though?
No, I mean he left the ministry, right?
Timothy?
Yeah.
Is that recent or it was a while?
It's been a while, right?
Probably a
year or two.
You heard Brother Jensen left, right?
Yeah. I'm surprised about that, but
basically that whole class of ministry.
Well, that age range, right? That age range.
Yeah, all except for Brother Benson are now left.
Brother Benson and Umbu, right? Umbu's kind of a little bit older.
Umbu's older, yeah.
Wait, so what was the reason Brother Jensen left? Did he say?
He's a very progressive thinker, from what I heard, from the people with Washington told me.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if his way of doing things jived with Newark. Danny's
I remember once he called me short in front of a youth meeting. I was so embarrassed.
Brother Jensen?
Yeah.
Jensen or Benson?
Jensen. Brother Benson would never do that. I think that was the time when Brother Benson was there in our church. But in his first year or two, or second year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yo.
Where you
All right,
going,
Danny, you saw the question?
No, I didn't see anything.
All right.
I'm at Taco Bell right now.
Perfect.
Okay. You want to wait till you get home? I can give it to you.
Can you get me a chalupa?
That sounds
Yeah,
good,
you
though.
can get a question when I get home.
Are you getting Cinnabon delights? I mean, the
churros.
Yeah, churros.
The churros are so bad. It's like styrofoam and sugar.
But you heard what the churros are, right?
What?
It's pasta, deep fried pasta.
Ew.
Really?
Yeah. It's all over TikTok or one of them. I saw it.
Oh wow. What'd you get, Danny?
I just got the food for Vinny and Benson.
You didn't get any for yourself?
No, because I had Chick-fil-A.
Mm.
Oh, nice. What'd
You
you
were
get
in
from
Hicksville?
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Mm.
What'd you get from Chick-fil-A?
Waffle
I got
fries.
2 spicy deluxe, waffle
Two?
fries,
Nice.
and nuggets.
Oh, you're hungry.
You ever do the sweet tea lemonade mix?
No, I never did that. What is
Amazing. It's like their version of Arnold Palmer.
that? Ooh. I like Arnold Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
That's like
All right. So, anybody else have any other stories while we wait for Danny's?
let's see what Josh has to say.
Josh, you wanna? The floor is yours. You got to give us something related to school.
That's
Getting into an
really
argument
funny.
with a teacher about something.
I did actually get into an argument once. It was something stupid, and she was being, big feminist.
No, I need. Oh, okay, that's pretty interesting.
Wait, from Carrie?
No, it has
Josh?
nothing to do with the argument, or nothing to do with feminism.
Oh, any philosophical, like biblical debates or no?
Not against, no. Usually just agreeing.
Oh, whoa. Agreeing with what, the professor?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're an atheist now?
No, like some of them are Christian.
Wow, that's amazing. Most of them are very liberal.
Yeah.
You guys heard about the that singer who went from Christian singer who's not a Christian anymore, I guess. So let me check his name.
Agnostic or something, right?
I don't know, man. His name was John Steingard.
Anybody know the technical term for that when someone who's a Christian steps down almost? Whoa, what is that?
No.
Apostasy.
Apostasy?
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I thought it was more on the lines of agnostic.
No, apostasy is the exact definition for that.
Oh.
One of the questions he posted on his Instagram was, what if the Bible is not God speaking to humanity, but the opposite? Which is, I found very confusing.
What, now all of a sudden he's woke by saying that?
I don't know, man.
I love when people say they're woke. I don't get that term. So anyway, so we want to conclude this. We could conclude this and talk about that if you want.
Let's do it.
Down.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's feeling the story time.
I'm trying. I was thinking all week. I had nothing.
We should go out and make some stories, guys.
There's too many stories. I just can't remember.
I think Alvin has some stuff like insider trading stuff.
It's all good. I just feel like Alvin shouldn't share until Josh gives us a meaningful story. That's just. You know.
Did you share?
I think Sharon's story took the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
John, did you share?
I did. Thanks for listening.
He did share.
Sharon's story hit on basically everybody in this room. There are people in here that actually attended college, going to college, and then are planning for college. So you're in different. You could learn from a lot from that. Yeah, I liked your story. All right, we could talk about something else if you guys want.
We could talk about the ministry stuff if you want, JoJo.
Yeah, I'm down.
I like that.
I'm just confused. Going back to the point how a person that was Christian is not a Christian anymore. What happened? What terrifying event must have occurred that you no longer believe in a God or something?
I haven't seen that. I've seen more that they go into other religions. So like Christian to Muslim, Christian to Hinduism.
Yeah, but how do you do that, man? What? I wish I shared what exactly happened.
All good points. You do see videos of how people are brought to Christianity. I'm sure there are videos of how people were brought from Christianity to Islam or something like that. There's definitely videos there. There's no way there aren't.
Actually, I have a story, but I guess it goes along the lines of Sharon's of learning something, learning from mistakes. But for Sunday school, we had to do this is when we first started to do the PowerPoints, and for the Mission Sunday PowerPoints, and what is it? I think I was supposed to do 2 slides, and I didn't. Actually, no, I was supposed to do more than 2 slides, but I didn't even bother doing it, and Freddie got mad at me. He yelled at me, and then he stayed up with me all Saturday night and did it with me. And I learned from that and never procrastinated stuff like that again. There's my story.
Wait, what did you procrastinate again?
It was the Mission Sunday PowerPoint.
I think you told us this. I remember. I'm gonna send what this guy is talking. Does anyone want it?
Right.
John
Sure.
Stenger. Send it to Instagram then.
There's a Netflix thing that just came out. I haven't watched it yet.
It's
Where
amazing.
it talks.
It's amazing. American Gospel. I bet you that's what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch it today.
I think everybody here should watch it, but I wouldn't want to influence your opinion on it. It was great. It really helped. American Gospel. Yep. It helped reset a lot of things about. It's just interesting. There's a little bit of a reset button hitting that. And basically how the Bible or how we should be viewing the Gospels. Very interesting.
Prosperity gospel. That's what prosperity gospel is like what people want to hear instead of telling them what they need to hear. Is that
No,
what
it's like you tithe the ministry, and based on what you tithe the ministry, you'll be blessed in that amount.
That's one aspect of it. That's definitely one aspect. Yeah. But it's definitely worth. It's close to 2 hours, so you have to really pay attention.
2 hours? Okay.
Yeah, it's very long.
It's 2 hours, I think, right?
Yeah.
So
that's what you just said?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was his exact reason for leaving?
You guys want to see our Father's Day present?
Sure.
What is it?
Dang.
Oh wow.
What is it?
Gazebo.
Where are we looking at?
Oh, it's gone now.
Oh.
It's gone now.
Maybe it's because he.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
No, it's gone now.
What? What is he doing?
He was showing a gazebo. There it is.
No. Where is it now?
Dang. You really be faking us all out.
Where is Danny Leaf?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think he had to change from Wi-Fi to internet.
Yeah, he asked for admission again. There he is.
Does anybody know what church Jensen is going to now? Or?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this is what we got for our Father's Day.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Wow. What's it for?
Is it built?
Yeah, we built it.
Are you higher up?
Yeah, I'm on the steps right now.
Oh, okay. It looked like it was small. All right.
Wait. So what's inside?
nice.
Is just like seating and stuff?
We got outdoor patio.
Oh, nice. I can't even see.
It's like a sofa set?
Oh,
we got
so
the
nice.
patio last summer.
Oh, nice.
It's like a tent or whatever this is called. What is it called? Gazebo?
Yeah, it's a gazebo. It's like, so my dad is always outside, like gardening and stuff. So like, my mom can actually be outside with him if there's like a shade and things like that. So I need to get some lighting.
Oh,
guys, Lenny Ullman.
Hi, Lenny.
What are you guys doing?
Lenny, you have a story for us?
A story?
An uplifting story. The one that you learned a lesson.
Oh, no. Not today. Not today.
Not now, guys.
Who's in this chat?
Everybody.
Wait, when did Jerry leave? What the heck? And Christian?
Hi, Alvin. What are you doing? Where are you looking? Is Elise there?
Yeah, she's sleeping now.
Oh, cutie.
Yeah.
And then
I said happy birthday.
John, is that Jonathan? Jonathan, I thought you were my cousin Jensen this whole time. You look like Jensen, right?
With the big glasses.
Yeah. And then Justin, how do you have this angle on?
His job in the back.
No, I know. But what's
It's on
a
his.
laptop?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not a phone. That's cool. Who else is here? Joshua's away. Vino? No video. Who's Gorilla Joe? Oh,
that's me.
Joe?
Yeah. I'm not sure who changed it. I think it was Vino.
Oh. All right, guys. I just saying hi.
Hi.
I said I just saying hi. I'm just saying hi. See, Vino, I need some sleep. I'm not even speaking proper English.
Lenny, why don't you tell us a funny story while you're lack of sleep?
No, please. Your parents came here today, Dina.
Oh, they walked?
Yeah, your mom and my mom walked again.
All right. Oh, Bentley left?
Bentley left?
Should we call it?
Jeremy left. Oh my gosh.
All right, guys, we're bordering on an hour and 30 minutes. Should we call it a night?
Let's
It's
just
been an hour.
let's just
What the
quickly
heck?
discuss why. Let's just quickly discuss why he left Jensen. And like,
Yeah,
where
the
is he now?
Wawa.
Like, where
Yeah.
is he now?
Well,
you guys
here's what
do
I
this
heard.
every day?
Go ahead,
What's
Vina.
that?
Do you guys do this every day?
Every Friday.
Oh, that's nice. Okay,
Sharon
guys.
was just on the call. She gave us a really nice story.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. All right, I'm gonna go. Nice seeing you guys.
All right. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Babu.
Hey, go ahead, Vina.
So apparently Jensen was not feeling well. And then he called his mom and he said something along the lines that he was just like, he feels like he was just really not feeling well. Like he was really bad. So
Like what?
apparently,
Mentally or like physically?
physically.
Okay.
So the mom requested to see Jensen. And then it was just, I think that started the process of it going all downhill. I don't know whether it's true or not, but.
So what? She convinced him to leave or something?
No. She convinced him that she was going to come visit after asking the ministry. She asked, and they basically said no. And I think that started the process. I don't know what pushed him over the top, but I think both of them basically left. The mom and the son.
Gotcha.
What was the mom's name?
Mirakuti?
Oh wow.
Is
When
it?
did
Yeah, I
she
think
leave?
so. Oh, I don't know. I don't know time frames.
It wasn't recently, right?
It was very recent, yeah. I think within the past 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Wait, she left in 2 or 3 weeks? What?
Yeah.
What? I thought it was like years ago. Wow.
No.
So nobody knows why though. Like, what pushed it over?
No.
Do you
The other
think
thing I heard as well was Brother Jensen's like very. He was he wanted to teach, but the way of doing it was different. So I don't think it was not orthodox.
Someone did something in this chat at why they predicted it.
Wow.
Yeah. They said that he's gonna be the next one to go.
Martin?
Mm-hmm.
We should have Martin on one day. I think he'd be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I would like that.
So, I mean, it's kind of like coincidence. They both left around the same time.
Yeah.
So I guess
No, they did leave at the same time.
They did, right?
Mom and
yeah,
son.
it was planned.
Yeah, it was planned. So they definitely talked about it or something. They had to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, no one's doubting that. I'm just saying, what really pushed them over the top would be interesting to know.
So how many people left the ministry within this year?
I don't know. I wish
Within this year, 2.
Yeah. 2? 3?
Wow.
Isn't it 3?
Within this year, 2.
Wasn't Sister Tiji?
No, Sister Tiji was last year.
What, that was last year?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like March.
Yeah, I think she left this year.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, she left right before her brother got married.
You got married already? I thought he got engaged.
I think he's married now.
What the heck?
So 3, wow.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe no, you're right. Maybe it's just an engagement. But it was very lavish. Like all kinds of.
So you guys think like all these departures would affect your walk with God?
Not necessarily.
I mean,
really...
I don't see it not affecting it.
Well, I don't see it either way. I just not affecting it doesn't make sense to me, but I don't think it has any should have any direct effect.
I mean, in my opinion, so here's where I stand on this.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, as I see it, we're losing a lot of younger ministers that are that have the mindset to produce change for this church. Change in the aspects of, rather than sticking to this old mentality of like, oh, we should sing songbook songs only, or we should have these rules of like every woman and all of them have to wear skirts and all that, can't show any hair without the head covering, things like that. These are all old rules that kind of do need to be reformed a little bit, so
Yeah. Who's breathing?
just losing all these younger ministers, it's gonna hurt us, and I'm hoping that this causes the ministers to.
I think you're on the right track, but I think it's headed towards something even bigger.
Yeah, I mean,
and I think someone nailed it 2-3 weeks ago that it's headed towards a international church split. There's a lot of egos at play here.
Yeah,
people in DC were talking about Pastor Sam. Man, you should. Gaithersburg Church never looked so good for all the kids. They all go there now.
Wait, what? Say it again.
What?
Can you guys hear me?
No.
Yeah, now we can.
So Gaithersburg Church is 45 minutes away from the DC church, and basically 45 minutes from most locations, in Maryland, because that's where most of the people, Indians, live, like majority of the church. So a lot of people are willing to just go there and take the extra time that they have to put in for commute. But the point is, people are looking for, there is a old horse mentality and there's a new horse, but then John was saying that all the new horse folks or the younger ones are leaving. So what happens is,
who's in Gaithersburg?
I don't know. Whoever it is definitely not, they don't have a problem with.
Isn't it Brother Brian?
That could be. He was there for a while.
I think right now nobody's in Gaithersburg.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd be cool to split. Promote that.
I mean, for us it'll be cool. I'm sure the older generation will feel pretty upset about it.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying individually all these ministers act separate. It's not under like one command and control. People have their different interpretations of the Bible.
Yeah,
I mean,
I wonder.
But the issue is I don't see a split because all the ministers who would split, they're just leaving the ministry. So the only people left are the people loyal to the East.
Well, if people start leaving churches, it's going to there's definitely going to be an effect.
Yeah, but like I don't see Pastor Greg ever.
No. I'm talking about parishioners.
Yeah. No. But what I'm saying is, like, regardless of if people, you're saying that just people will, but then who's going to be their minister?
That's the point. So if there's nobody coming to these churches, they're going to make some sort of concessions and be like, okay, well, we're going to have to close this church, that church, and it just gets smaller and smaller. And then they're going to have to say, well, because, there's infighting. There's a lot of infighting that I just learned about that we don't, it's into play that we're not aware of it. We don't see it from stage. And you have some people that are just not willing to engage into it either. So.
Do you think the ministry is going to say something? Like, there has to be.
No, that's the thing. Like, Pastor Greg is very like old school. He's very lockstep with what happens in Madras.
So what I've heard,
and the current thing right now is, sorry, John, let me just get this off, is that somebody has forced Pastor Greg to come up with a official statement about BLM and all of what's going on. And they've asked them to make it public. Now the arena of politics is officially trying to get crossover. He's the standard. He'd give the standard corporate lines up.
Yeah.
Right. He won't give anything like he'll say, "Well, we're all siding with the black people." He won't say anything like that.
He won't.
He's never been that.
And a quick plug: Pastor Greg is coming to Amityville on Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
This Sunday?
But why?
This Sunday.
To talk about Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, he's gonna preach on racism. No, serious. He preached in Yonkers last Sunday.
No, I thought that was Pastor. Oh yeah, it was Pastor.
Gotcha. Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be leaning towards one he's definitely going to be saying neither Jew nor Gentile. Christ never saw. He's going to be providing all the canned gospel responses.
And then he's
though that group refuses now to even listen to the gospel. They're saying it's a white Christ.
Yeah. No, and he says, "Blessed are you when men revile you and speak all manner of evil against you, and who persecute you. For great is your reward in heaven." Praise the Lord.
I also heard that he's supposed to talk about
wholeness, and the whole family stands up.
Yeah.
Walks out.
They haven't come actually because of the baby.
Yeah. Now children under 10 aren't allowed to come to church.
Wow.
Oh wow. Under 10. Wait, when was this? Recently?
I think in like this past week's thing. I think now they said children under 10. How old is Mikey?
Because Apple came last week. Mikey's 11.
Yeah, Mikey should be okay. But like, I saw Sarah. I saw Apple.
Yeah, Sarah, Apple. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, people are wearing their mask anyway, so it's like under their nose. It's like right here.
They want to ban the Bible now? Like, they're trying to say that the Bible is not, like...
Yeah, the Bible is written by white men.
Isn't that crazy? I never thought this country would come to this.
Yeah.
You guys hear about the cancel Christianity on Twitter?
No way.
Yeah, it was recent. Hashtag cancel Christianity.
And
so
for
through
Christianity?
TikTok. Cancel Christianity.
Cancel Christianity. Wow.
I mean, you can look it up. It's crazy.
We start going on a Twitter campaign against them.
Shane advocating us.
Oh. For all the people using the hashtag cancel Christianity to be rude to Christians, that is the devil taking over your mind. Jesus loves you and wants a relationship with you so you can live with him in heaven. I promise you, it's worth it. God bless you. Wow. A lot of people fighting against it.
I mean, you don't see this with other religions, just Christianity.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I think we should do a counter campaign.
Cancel Allah?
Wow. They're having their own problems now. They're having their own issues. Muslims.
You know, people would be offended if someone did that. Cancel.
We should do we should just like spam like Don Moen songs, hashtag Christianity. Every time you put cancel Christianity, you get a Don Moen song.
Which song is good? I'm going to start doing that. I have a couple of burner accounts.
Or they have like the Carmen song, "The only hope for America is Jesus. The only hope for this country is him. If we repent of our ways, stand firm and say we need God in America again." I remember as little kids, like after 9/11, we had to stand like just outside of like Ground Zero, and we all sang that song.
And what happened? The ground closed up?
No, I don't know. I think a lot of people.
What do they expect people to do? I don't know. All these gestures are so. For me, Alvin, I get it. You're young and all that, but these gestures mean nothing for me. Without action, it's nothing.
Yeah, people were just getting annoyed because we were blocking the sidewalk.
Guys, look at the most profound comment about Christianity. The biggest threat to Christianity is Christianity.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. This is really getting profound. I have nothing against Christianity. It's Christians that scare me. Oh, wow. This is a good one. Instead of cancel Christianity, how about we cancel this extremist, politically motivated, white supremacist, coddling version of evangelicals that have found a happy home in America.
Wow.
No need to cancel Christ since he was a communist. Wow.
What the heck?
Sheesh.
Never heard that one. Donald Trump's legal advisor, Jenna Ellis, said, I'm going on record now. If they try to cancel Christianity, if they try to force me to apologize or recant my faith, I will not bend, I will not waver, I will not break. On Christ the solid rock I stand, and I'm proud to be an American.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Guys, we have to take a stand as a nation. We're going to have to release an official press statement. Jeremy, you going to write it?
Jeremy's not here, right?
Oh, is he? Oh,
He's
he's
doomed.
out. We need an official...
Who's breathing like that? I mean, it's all alcohol.
Alcohol?
Alcoholics and breathing like that.
Nice.
Wow.
That really made the effects better.
Yep.
I think that might be Elise.
Wow, Josh, how do you
Thanks,
feel now?
Josh, though. Thanks, Josh.
Sure.
How do you feel, Jerk?
I just want to know what it was.
You know what it was.
Seriously.
I don't know what it was.
Thanks for the invitation, though.
Yeah. Wait till I see you on Sunday.
I would only hope that if Brother Greg is going around, Pastor Greg is going around like that, he would give a question and answer time too, because
Bro,
there are really a lot of people.
it.
Well, I definitely know he wouldn't. I'm just saying it would have been nice if he did. People need to get stuff off of their minds. So they're black folk in our church in DC, Newark.
Maybe they
Brooklyn.
just don't want to answer the tough questions.
They don't have an answer. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, they don't have it because they don't want us to know they don't have an answer.
They don't have any answer. If anything, it's just going to be some like rebuttal that doesn't answer any question specifically.
Yeah. They're going to say go back to the Bible or read the Bible or something like that. Won't be a direct answer.
What can our church do to be better? We are all one within Christ who strengthens us. Answers. I expect nothing out of this. Apparently, he's supposed to talk about Sister Tidgy leaving too.
No way.
What was the circumstances behind that? What happened?
Well, specifically the letter that got out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She wrote the letter?
No.
I mean, everyone thinks she wrote it.
Yeah, the from NTC thing.
It was definitely written with her, like from her perspective.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. I wonder what her chief complaint was.
Oh, she like went after ministers by name, and then she referred them at the bottom.
So basically, she was talking about the insides of what was going on there, right?
Right. Basically, and she basically said the ministry is fake. They don't really do any. They have no real burden for souls. They're just a bunch of gossipers.
Wow.
Oh, that's crazy.
But thing is, like some of the facts were very
disturbing.
Disturbing detail. Like, how could you make that up in one sentence? Like, you have to really think deep on that.
So her dad is a church. She's a minister somewhere else, right?
No.
Somebody in her family is a big time minister somewhere. And
in her family?
In her own family. And that person encouraged her to write this letter.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay, so someone...
Well, my concern is the truth. Is what she's saying truthful? That's what it has to be. You know, we can't impropriety. We're supporting it, and you know, like.
Yeah, but how do we know who's telling the truth?
Well, it should be investigated and stated right out. Well, she's right, and we've been doing wrong, or it's completely false. Here's why.
But how do you investigate it though?
Them. They have to do it internally.
Who's them?
The church.
What if it's
But that's the main problem. Our church doesn't address any complaints against it. People leaving. Our church doesn't defend itself.
Yeah, that's what the historic stance. But if someone, there's a pattern being built. If it keeps happening.
Then could you just add me on? I'm just on my phone.
Hold on.
Sorry.
What do I do?
Just add me from the waiting.
Okay, I got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no. I if this goes on, it's an abuse. I can't believe people. So if like the bigger picture is we're all tithing, we're supporting this construct, this big wheel. Now, if someone keeps saying that this stuff goes on and we're still supporting it, I think someone can make a complaint, to the government. Excuse me, I'm surprised it hasn't happened.
But like, what is that extreme, really?
It's misuse of church funds. Churches have been investigated for that. IPC churches have been investigated. People called FBI and wrote letters in about ministers, and they've actually came in and they're talking about tithing in like Malayali churches. They barely have to encourage people to tithe, especially from the old school. So these churches are making, Amityville, I heard is ranked 1 in terms of in North America in terms of it's a unified tithing. It's been like that for 20 or 30 years.
Jeez.
And so you wonder what is happening with the money. So
yeah, in the article was talking about how she is one of the ministers spending for her granddaughters, and buying her clothes and just spending it, not like using it for.
She provided a name.
She didn't say a name, but
no, it wasn't a name, no.
No, but she gave.
But it was a married minister couple.
Yeah, but there was only like one.
That sounds like Ramon's mom.
No, but it was married.
No, I think it's I think Sister Laverne.
I mean, what is there something against that? I mean, I don't know. That's a little extreme.
I mean, she was saying how she spends most of her day doing that instead of praying or helping out with certain things. Like she would make Sister Tidgy do all the work, like all the house chores.
Sister Laverne is blind. She was blind. So.
Yeah, I mean,
true.
No, but the thing was, I think the thing that sets it over the top is that when she got a gift, when Tidgy got a gift, Laverne took it away from her.
What is it?
No, I think the thing that's wrong though is like when Tidgy got a gift, Laverne took it away from her.
I mean, I'm sure that happened to Sister Laverne.
No, but see, that's different because Tidgy consecrated everything, so she shouldn't be receiving gifts. Meanwhile, this sister's grandchildren are not consecrated.
She's taking money, and she's giving from the tithe. The counter argument is money taken from the pot given to.
Yeah.
But that's kind of wrong.
But we're not giving money as tithe, saying that we're giving it with like you can use this money however to your discretion.
Yeah, but then also they're given money individually, like allotments, right? It's not like she's just going into the tithing envelopes and just ordering.
Yeah, a lot of people directly give it to her.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, also, how old is? How long was she in the ministry, Sister Tidgy? I mean, that's like you're kind of on the bottom of the totem pole.
Right.
You go anywhere, don't you think there's some level? I mean, that one fact there, that's a little shaky. The everything else I'm curious about, like time management. What are they doing? I mean, for the ministers at Amityville, they do their visiting, right? Like even Brother Dojan's visiting now. I heard.
Yeah, he's visiting more often.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's just the older.
There was somebody in Amityville Church that would call Thumbyangle to try to catch him, so try to listen to where he is or on the phone.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. He told me that. He knows the brother. He keeps calling like every so often at odd hours, like 11, 12, just to listen to where he is. And so, he was with his with his siblings or like at Susamanti's place or whatever. But the person would say hello, and would say hello, and then all you hear is silence. and just listening to the background. Like this is what these people have to deal with. It's not an easy role.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm. I say we start an exploratory task force.
Who's gonna head it?
Alvin, would you head it? We gather enough details to either factually back this commentary, or we say it's categorically false.
I don't know if I have the resources to do this investigation. The ministry is pretty.
Do you realize what church we all go to? Amityville is like the haven for information.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, honestly, on the bigger spectrum, it would be nice to know. I'm not saying that I've actively go out there and investigate that. I'm just saying that's, if what she's saying is, it should be looked into.
Yeah.
If it's damage control that he's doing, it's not fair. It's not. It doesn't solve the problem. It's going to happen again.
Who do you think will leave next?
That's not something you want to even think about, honestly.
I don't
That's
know,
just
man.
inviting that to happen.
Just being realistic.
I mean, I brought this up to the Dojin. I was speaking with him, and he said, "Brother, I don't want to speak ill of her, but there's a whole other side of the story that Pastor Greg is really being gracious about. But it's not just as simple as what Sister TG wrote in that article."
Yeah, exactly. We don't know what went on. Yeah, it's easy to go one-sided.
Yeah, that's the main issue. Like, our church will never badmouth ministers who left.
But they'll badmouth us.
They'll badmouth us?
The ministers, not ministries.
Wait, what?
The ministry will badmouth believers?
No, the ex-ministers will badmouth current ministers.
Oh, our ministry, yeah.
I heard Sister Lenny has a huge church in Texas.
Lenny?
Yeah, she was a minister before your time. Or if anybody who remembers her.
She's my cousin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is she?
Yeah.
On your dad's side?
Dad's side.
Yeah, apparently she's doing really well.
Yeah, her and her husband, they were missionaries in Singapore for a long time.
Yep, and they have
States.
And their church has grown, and sometimes you wonder whether if it was part of God's plan to go from one place. You wonder if from the beginning, will they know that these ministers are leaving the church? I've always thought that. Is it part of the plan? Or is it just a person saying, nah, I don't want it?
It could be part of the plan.
Sometimes I wonder. A lot of them, actually, in the earthly sense, they do well. There's another minister, I forget his name, moved to Texas, and his church grew almost near to a mega church. I don't know what it is, but I heard something. The point is, some people think it's a wise thing to leave. Ministers think it's wise to leave.
Christian's looking at us right now.
Hi, Danny. Where's Danny?
He left you.
He's in the gazebo.
They just called us like, hey, hold on. Maybe he was having interference. It's somebody else's fight. It's not me. I don't know who this is.
Guys, do you like Vinod?
Yeah.
Have you watched Parks and Rec?
No, I never got into it.
Oh, what about The Office?
Nope.
Okay, never mind.
I think majority of the people would say Office, though.
No, I'm really convinced that Parks and Rec is better now.
Is what?
Is better than The Office.
I wouldn't know.
What would it take to convince you?
I'm stuck with Parks and Rec. I like it.
Yeah.
Doesn't change
So
his
then,
opinion, John.
yeah, I think this is a worthless conversation then.
Now the question is, who's gonna run the youth events now? Now it's just older believers.
Well, supposedly Brother Benson's been doing some youth organized stuff.
That's good.
Supposedly, I don't know if that's true.
How old is he now?
Why?
Oldies, right? I think. I
No,
don't
it's
know.
not oldies.
I know. What is that gonna do for you?
Because like he's the youngest minister, right?
Yeah,
So how old is he?
but that's not gonna change anything.
I know. I'm just curious.
It's probably in his 40s.
Damn,
41, 42.
middle, right? Yeah. Is he the youngest?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, including Sister Sansa?
No, I lied. Brother Robin.
Oh, gotcha. Wait, isn't Brother Legion younger?
No, I think Brother Robin is.
Gotcha.
What about
Guys,
Sylvie?
I think we should have a Parks and Rec office debate.
I think everyone's gonna side with Office.
No one's gonna debate it.
No, I got Lindsay.
Lindsay for what?
Silence.
I mean, to be
Parks and
honest,
Rec.
who watched Parks and Rec?
Silence.
No one.
Everybody quiet
I'll bring
now.
her on. I wouldn't mind asking it.
Everybody's silent now.
We didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, you were. Nice.
Josh,
Yeah,
are you gonna
exactly. You
explain
better
it?
be good. You
Are
know,
you gonna explain it again, Josh? Josh,
we
you're
wiped
waiting
the
for you to
floor.
explain it. He didn't hear
Explain
you.
what?
Bro,
He
we
did
didn't
not
hear a
hear
word you
you.
said.
Really?
No, we didn't hear you.
No, I'm just lying here.
Oh,
I didn't hear what you said.
No, I'm not repeating it.
Nice.
Okay. Great. Silence. Neutralized.
I mean, you choose not to hear me. It's just like you trying to back out of it.
I honestly didn't hear a word you said.
You said you
You
said you
keep
heard me.
stuttering.
It's
like the common thing with you.
Going back to the other topic.
Yeah.
So the whole goal right now is to bring a new minister, right?
Bring new ministers?
Bringing to gain new ministers, right? They want to gain.
No, I heard gay.
To gain new ministers?
Yeah, like.
Well, that trend is going down.
That's always the objective.
Yeah, that's always. But like what I'm saying is.
I mean, the normal trend now is it's more people leaving and nobody joining, right?
Yeah. But what I'm saying is.
That's a huge problem.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like, how do they expect new people to join if they see so many leaving? There's obviously a problem.
At this point, the way the church looks at it, from what I've seen, the church looks at it as you're either with us or you're against us. If you can't even stand the fact that of what the ministry can give you, then you are too weak for the ministry. That's literally what it is.
Well, I mean, Sam's situation was like that. I mean, he had a very similar, it was hard. It was not easy.
Yeah. And even, I told you guys,
they should paint the
the
story.
whole questionnaire.
Yeah, I think they should really paint the story about what it's like prior to going. You know, I actually told Vincent before I went, Samson's going to be out in a year. I told him straight up.
Oh, way.
No, Vincent will always remember. Vincent will remember I told him that. I said,
you told Brother Vincent?
I told Sam. I told Vincent that Samson would come out.
Wow.
He would never. He would just. There's something about him. I knew that he was just. You know, his mom. I knew him when he was young. I knew both of them when he was young. So, he was spiritual. I'll never take that away. I don't think they were told the whole story. That's what it was. When he got there, he was ironing shirts.
He was what?
Ironing
When he got
shirts.
hiding in shorts. Can you repeat that?
Ironing shirts.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what made him stay? Like, what made him stay?
Oh.
Made who stay?
Samson.
In the church, he's talking about.
He hung it up. Oh no, that it's more of a personal choice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he knows,
I wish more people did that. Just like step down from the ministry and still.
That's not easy, bro. That's not an easy thing to do. You know
how
people
his personality changed a lot. Nobody knew. I mean, the Alvin may remember him a little bit, but he was so much more outgoing.
Yeah. So do you think? So with that,
why is that not an easy thing to do?
Because the way people look at you.
Yeah, bro, it's
Especially
like very
same.
bro, especially uncles and aunties, bro. They'll give you like this look, man. Like
not only
this
that,
evil look, bro.
not only that, they want to know exactly what went down. So they'll just sugarcoat it.
Ask you, bro.
Be like, hey, Mone, how are you?
No. He did good there. He just did not expect the level of stuff that he was doing. He thought, obviously as a young person, you're 18 or 19 when he went in. He thought he would be doing maybe even a little ministry stuff and doing stuff. Maybe he was thinking different. So at the end of the day, I don't think it worked for him. Like he didn't like what initially he had to do. The thing is, it's just like with Brother Benson and everybody. These guys were all ironing shirts. I mean, it was nothing about it that was glamorous, right? So if you notice, if they can't get past that zone, that area, that's like anything in life. You have like this kind of this indirect hazing. Nobody necessarily likes it, but it's just kind of part of it. I don't know. If that's the reason why, they should just be told out front. Look, when you're coming in, don't expect that you're going to be doing a 5,000 person convention in an altar call right out the gates when you come in. That thing's wrong.
Yeah. Do you think they like physically beat? Not physically, mentally
that
beat.
I've never heard.
Mentally beat Samson to the point where he is like he is now, so quiet. I mean, it has to be, right? I think mentally, man, they like destroyed him. They changed his whole personality.
Yeah, he was definitely a different person. I'm telling you, he was a funny guy. He would destroy Matson like in seconds.
Yeah, so what happened? Like, what did they do?
I don't know.
It's crazy, man.
It was funny. It's still funny. Like, he'll have his moments, but I remember him funny hair.
You guys are the same age.
I'm older than Matson.
Wait, so were you guys like a crew back then, like how we are? Like
no.
Friend group?
We hung out a lot.
Like who was the group, like the friend group back then?
Obviously, me, Vincent, Tyson, Tobin. That group, that age.
Dang.
Yeah, there were a few people who moved to Texas. Gracie, Gloria, me too, Pre too. You guys remember them?
No.
Anyway, it's kind of stinking for everybody now who really wants to flourish. I mean, when do you guys have a join?
Join what?
Ministry.
No. No.
Stand up.
No way.
I mean, if anyone from this group, I think it's Josh.
I can see that.
Pastor Josh, Brother Josh, Brother Joshua. Wow.
Never.
Josh, would you ever change your name if you joined the ministry?
Brother Joshua?
I would never join.
Like Brother Dallas did to Brother Paul.
Brother Samson.
I would never
That's a
join.
good
This
one.
guy upstairs up his video games, he doesn't know what he's doing.
Alright. Good talk, guys.
Uh-oh.
You
Josh,
know,
Josh's conscience is pricked. As soon as you get up here, you're going to go kneel down and start crying.
Nah.
Josh, come on. You want to go next?
No, I would never.
Made you cry.
hopefully someone is coming that'll make a change. At least in our generation. Hopefully someone will come that'll make a change.
I mean, if you guys had a seed now, like, who do you think will go, like, in the church, the young group?
In like Amityville or in general? I have no
Amityville.
idea. It could be anyone. You could, I have no idea. Honestly,
Sheldon?
because who?
Sheldon's kids?
Who should?
He didn't
David?
even come. He didn't even come.
Wait, what's his
He had
name?
like a weird, like an incident. He had like an incident. He had like an incident at school, and he's never come back since then.
Who?
Like
What's
he
his
got
name?
bullied or something. Like he got bullied. Like he like testified about it and everything, and like
Oh,
I
David?
never seen him after that. Yeah.
David? No, I've seen him. He was
Mhm.
there at revivals and
Yeah, like
Blues
once in a
and
while. Like once in a while.
Bro, that kid is a pimp, bro.
Yeah, now
that's so
probably,
John.
but not back then.
That's so
He
John.
was
I'm pretty
trouble?
sure he's no, like he's a chill kid. Like walks with swag pretty much now. He's got
tall,
that
right?
Shelton walk. Yeah, he's got the Shelton walk.
Shelton?
Sheldon. Wow, Shelton.
Wait, I know, there were two lead boys that said they were going to ministry in boot camp last year.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's
sad, but
like Pastor Joe's junior, and the other one is
yeah,
like
man,
Pastor.
like, no, it didn't. They're
Which
like,
one? Who? The other? I don't know. One of them looks like one of them looks like Pastor Joe's, and the other one looks like who? I don't know. I forgot the other one.
no, but like, I feel like they're not gonna be the minister yet that changes or anything. They can be exact replicas of the older ministers, you know?
Because they're from Newark too, so they have like
Yeah,
all
and they're
the
Christian school too.
yeah.
I think Abel would have had a chance, obviously, but,
Abel, which Abel?
Abel Thomas.
Mm.
I think he has interest in church.
I wonder how he feels about the college thing. I feel bad about that.
I know he wants to go.
I feel very bad about that.
Yeah.
Where does he want to go?
I mean, I think he just wants to go to college in general.
Oh.
Doesn't matter where.
No, like not even that. It's just like all your Sunday school classes, like
Yeah,
going to
your
college.
friend.
Yeah, that's
He kept saying he wanted to own a coffee shop, right? Oh, Yoja, does he call you?
Call me? Yeah. I mean, not recently he hasn't, but he genuinely does, yeah.
And what do you guys talk about?
It'll be just like he'll remind me. He'll remind me my mom on game pigeon, like couple or something. Just he'll call me for that.
One
I think he'd be bored at home.
One time, somebody in the group said, "Yeah, they had to walk. They had to walk a long way in Manhattan, so they had to walk a couple of streets." And then he said, "Abel goes, well, if you're walking in the streets, make sure you look both ways before you cross."
Yeah.
That was so funny. He was giving them advice about walking.
Oh man. Do you guys remember that one year we went caroling in the city and like Freddie lost his parents?
What? He lost his parents?
Yeah, that's such a chaotic night.
Oh, that year was so fun, though.
Yeah.
And then
that was
Abel found him.
Bro,
Abel found him? I don't know.
remember like somehow the bus was overfilled or something. The seats were all
Oh, man,
taken.
those are memories, though.
Yeah.
Those are memories.
Well, guys, it's been fun.
It has. Great talks.
We're approaching 2 hours and 11 minutes.
It's been 2 hours. Wow, it feels like 10 minutes.
Oh.
Anybody want to do any party shots?
Parting shots of, in what sense?
Against each other?
Free throws.
Oh,
Josh got cooked by Jano today.
Oh, how was the game?
What?
He got cooked by Jano.
How come everything comes back to me, man? Like, what is this? Yo, Jojo got cooked by Abel.
How did Robert do
Jojo got cooked.
I kept asking. No
I
one
mean,
said
that's normal. Everyone gets cooked by Abel, so you can't really say anything like that.
How did Robert do?
Everybody.
I mean, Robert wasn't here today.
Yesterday. Oh, when were you guys played last with?
I guess his, to be honest, I think his attention span got worse, man.
Oh, man. I
think
I
he
kind of
did.
see that. I see that in the chat.
Yeah, because he'll play for, I don't know, a minute. Then he won't know, like, anything, you know? The next play.
They'd be like, hey, guys, you want to get something to eat? And then you want to hear from him for 4 days. You guys going to go step out with him?
He played like 2 games and just sat down in the same spot for like the rest of the day. Like he did not move a muscle.
No, he disappeared to buy apple juice or something. He bought a drink.
And then he was like frozen for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And he just took off and said, "Later, guys."
Well, how did he get home?
Okay,
I think he took a taxi.
Christopher Morley?
No, his dad picked him up.
From where?
His dad picked him up.
Oh, his dad. Okay.
No, I think Kezia. I'll say it later.
You guys want to hear a funny story with Joe's uncle?
What is it?
Joe's uncle and Johnny uncle. So I had to give them blades this past Sunday for like shaving blades for my grandpa. And like, so I thought Joe's uncle was like leaving church because like, you know how Robert leaves early to go to work.
Yeah.
But I think I found out I think that Kezia like takes him to work, so his parents still stay at church. But I saw Uncle leave to the parking lot, so I like ran after him, and like, he gave me the money, and like it was just like funny. Like he's like, "Oh, I'm not leaving yet," and then it's so awkward. And then Johnny Uncle like gave him his blade, and like right in the middle of church, the man like while everybody's leaving the building, he calls me and like hands me like the money. It's so awkward. Like in front of everybody, like you don't do that in church. I found that like really funny. He's like, "Hey, come here." Sounds dumb when I say it, but yeah.
That's why you asked for the hand sanitizer quickly, huh?
When I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that. You asked Liz real quickly. Yo, you got hand sanitizer.
You saw that? What the yo? You weird,
Heck
bro.
yeah, boy. I got eyes everywhere.
Weird.
Yeah. They don't call me Eagle Eye for nothing. Also, I was right behind you during that whole interaction. That's why. I did see you touch your face right after you shook his hand.
Yo, that message though was fire.
I don't remember anything from that
Yeah, to be
message. I don't know
honest.
how you remember anything.
Yeah.
Even
What?
No, like. No, that message is for me.
What the heck was the message?
Yeah, what was
Can
the
you
message
explain?
about? Was it the breastplate thing?
What?
What was the message?
Oh, Abel texted me the summary. He said it was basically get up, move on, and turn it into a victory.
Oh, really?
Fire message. Yeah.
To be honest, I get confused about the topics, right? Like it'll be one thing.
Messages are fire.
No, I'm not saying they're bad, but I'm just I get confused sometimes. Like I'll doze off for like a minute, and I'll have no idea like where I am. I don't think I was listening last week.
All right. Good night.
Leaving.
Later.
We'll have good night.
Good night.
You leaving?
Yep.
All right. Good night.
All right. I'll send the recording out today
Gosh.
or tomorrow.
Good night.
Well, who had the good stories? I could do it, put it over some nice music, make it dramatic.
Only Sharon would be sure. Sorry.
Yeah, but she's asked that. I'll
Yeah,
do
to keep it.
John's story. Maybe we can reenact John and have somebody here dress up and bust through a gate.
All right, Josh. Good night.
All right. Good night.
Later.